Hey everybody, it's Thomas and Mark.
Hey,
We're recording a replay cast of the Chaos vs. Skaven game, Dress Up vs. Grey Duck, which should be a pretty bloody match. Looks like we have a mercenary rat ogre for the huge amount of money that Jessup was getting from the Chaos team.
I think it was 320.
Something ridiculous. I'm kind of sad he didn't go full chef myself, but what can you do? So yeah, I didn't check because I wasn't paying attention, and the game is not very good at telling us exactly what he got, but Rat Ogre with no other things is 200, so that would leave him enough for, you know, another fancy thing. Might just be an apothecary, but we'll find out as we get through it here.
Interesting defensive setup here.
Yeah, Jessup's setups are always weird. I don't understand them. He's definitely playing, like, protect the gutter runners, but not. It's very strange. Jessup working with a fair number of loners this week, from what I remember. Looks like just one, actually. Oh, has he got? No, he doesn't have any this week. That's right. Okay, so that's good for him. I don't know. He's definitely definitely playing a "don't hit me" kind of defense. I have no idea what's going on here.
Well, I guess he's not fearing the pass, so you might as well have the sidelines.
Yeah, one thing I kind of don't like, though, is if he had his gutter runners more on the side, like if Balderdash 2 or the dreaded 13th were towards these sidelines, if he gets a blitz, he could sneak one of them back into the backfield. Or even just, if things don't go great for Grey Duck, he could sneak these in the back. Riot. It's not too bad for either team, honestly.
Ooh, there's that dreaded smiley on the line.
I know.
That's probably the most fearful piece in the league right now. Would you agree?
I think so. I'd say Malarkey would be up there too, except Malarkey has -1 MAV or -1 armor value and isn't 5 strength and doesn't also have Mighty Blow and Guard and Frenzy.
You're not making a very good case for Malarkey.
No. I would say like Malarkey is pretty scary, but Smiley has made a quick move up into most terrifying piece here. I kind of like that Grey Duck isn't hitting with him on the line, though. Letting the other pieces farm a little, which I think is definitely a good call.
Here's the blitz.
Yep. That's kind of a risky one there. Fend is a thing. I don't know what... That's kind of a weird position to be in. I don't really like putting the Mighty Blow block piece right next to the Rat Ogre and both Fairy Storm Vermins.
Yeah, well, I guess you're really only going to get 1, maybe 2 hits. If Malarkey ends up with a push, you could go with the Rat Ogre, but they can't all hit him.
Yeah.
There's that Malarkey hit we were talking about.
Yeah. Kind of a waste of a leader reroll, I think, there.
Surprised he went in with the other vermin instead of the ogre.
Well, I can see wanting to use the ogre to maybe try to hit the Minotaur. But he's got to do it pretty carefully.
Hasn't really left a good alleyway for that.
Does he go for push or the both down here? Probably the push, because as much fun as it is to put a wrestle guy on the ground, it's not that helpful compared to the pushing. He's put his gutters in kind of a place I don't like. Like, they're trying to cut this Beastman off, but that Beastman is a million miles away from where these gutters are.
It can go kind of anywhere.
Yeah, like into the middle, where there's all these friends.
Chaos likes friends.
Yeah. I'm guessing either Leopard or Lion here is probably going to end up with the ball. Although why... I mean, I think she's just using Ocelot to help move the ball forward. If she's feeling really fancy, she will do a handoff to Lion and a pass back to Ocelot to try to get Lion up to 6. Oh, there's the Rat Ogre gone already.
Oof.
Just by 1, too. Mighty Blow doing a lot of work here. Well, there goes 200k in investment, just right out the window.
Well, it's KO'd it. Make him come back.
Yeah.
Had it gotten an injury, then it would be not feeling good.
Yeah.
There's the handoff.
Yep. All right. Not doing the crazy farming catch. Just probably for the best.
I think you could get away with it. Those
Yeah,
gutter runners aren't going to do
still
anything too impressive with all those Chaos Warriors around.
Yeah, there's plenty of time. I don't really like this. I wouldn't have put the. I would have moved Puma Pedestal up a little bit. It's much harder for Drake to wrap all the way around as it is for her to just, or for Jessup to. Oh my god! It's easier for Jessup to punch his way through here than it is to wrap around, which is what moving Puma Pedestal up to the other part of the cage position would have done. But it's working out fine. It looks like
the corpses are blocking the way.
Yeah.
Well, not corpses yet, but maybe, hopefully.
Yeah,
we
fingers
can only
crossed.
hope.
Well, both these teams have fed their share of skulls in both directions, so we'll see. I mean, both of these coaches would like to walk away without killing more players, I think, or at least ending up with more dead players on their own benches.
Well, how many deaths has Greydek really suffered?
She's suffered at least 2. I mean, they've been on 0 SPP Beastmen, so it's kind of like they don't matter.
They do. It's not like they kind of don't matter. They literally don't matter.
I mean, it adds up. Her team value would be a lot higher. Her team would be a lot stronger if she had those extra pieces, certainly. But yeah,
I think in the interest of TV, she might not have purchased, the pieces. I think she's keeping them at a certain level.
Yeah, I mean, if her money was
numbers-wise.
tighter, I'd say maybe it would have mattered. But considering how much bank she's got, it doesn't matter that much. Smiley, punch after punch here.
Mighty blow after mighty blow.
Yep. Not that profitable that time, but when you break armor, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like, Again, I've been harping on this all season, but Jessup is no scoring threat right now. Part of the reason Greydek can afford to get away with whatever she wants to do is there's no backwards pressure from Jessup. Even if he gets the ball, what is he going to do with it? Maybe run it away out of her reach for a turn? That's not a very imposing threat whatsoever.
Right. Yeah, I feel whenever someone is a gutter runner in my backfield that I have to spend almost 2 guys to go try to cover them because one just doesn't do it.
Yeah. Well, and it's something where even if you decide not to do that, you want to just focus on your offensive maneuvering, you still have to be aware that if the ball gets free, at any moment, it's a touchdown for your opponent, which forces you to play a lot more safely than you would like to otherwise. I just feel like he's wasting a lot of the potential on these people. I mean, part of that is, I'm sure, a little bit of natural gun shyness. I say that as he moves Balderdash 3 right next to Smiley. So
that's the other thing. Keeping the gutter runners in those kind of positions keeps them away from the beat sticks as well.
Claw not quite doing it here from Malarkey as he punches Smiley, but doesn't break the armor with a 1 and 3 roll. So this is where I'd like to see the Dreaded 13th push back there. There we go. All right. You could hear us
take
calling
it all back,
from the
Thomas.
future. Yeah.
Take it all.
You could hear us calling from the future. Kind of a weird position for Greydek to be in. This is not an inescapable point for the ball to be in, but it's not great. I'm guessing we're going to see a Smiley blitz here, which, if Wild Animal's uncooperative, could be a pretty big deal.
What do you think about Ocelot Atlas just blitzing Malarkey and running away down the sideline?
I kind of like that. Maybe it would be better if you may do it with Bobcat Plinth because the Mighty Blow is there, but I think that's a pretty good...
Yeah. Either one of the Beastmen just kind of going at it there.
Yep. Oh, and this is basically the equivalent of Wild Animal doing nothing. Oh.
I kind of would have liked to dodge out there instead of try to hand it off.
Yeah, I mean, the odds were the same, but dodging out would have given her more. Because then she could have pulled Leopard and Ocelot around to reform the cage along the side, which would have been safer.
Yeah, would have gotten you movement further down the field.
Yeah. Because the ball is technically grabbable at this point. We'll see what Jessup decides to do. It requires a little bit of risk. It doesn't look like he's going to blitz Leopard
Looks
Corinthian.
Looks like he's going all in on taking down Smiley.
You know, I think the rest of the league would thank him for that.
I most certainly would.
He's getting lots of stuns on these Beastmen. He's got to move Tomfoolery and Hui into doing something useful, though. They're in okay places, but not great. Alright, blitzing the Dreaded 13th free here. I kind of don't like this. Because you should be using that Wrestle Blitz to threaten the ball. Oh, gets another hit on Smiley. Stun. It's pretty helpful. Now let's see how bold he's feeling. Oh. Yeah, -3, that probably wasn't going to happen. That's why I was saying he needed to clear Leopard Corinthian, which is what I thought he was going to do with Blarney. But can't have it all, I guess. But we'll see. If Gradic does this in the wrong order, the Gutter Runner could flop onto the ball and have easy access to it. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully we'll push. Okay.
That's where sidestep was. I mean, did get pushed onto the ball, but sidestep can be a godsend here. With
yeah. Oh, doesn't even matter. I was gonna say one thing I think Gradic should have done is pushed the Gutter Runner next to Leopard Corinthian just to give it extra hits or chances of hitting. Still Bobcat Plinth did a good job. Mighty Blow did the KO, and it works out okay. But safer plays, that kind of thing. I don't really like committing into the Storm Vermin here. I think that's kind of a mistake. Well, I say that, and he stuns Blarney. So we'll see what Jaguar Doric does. Yeah, none of this is safe. Oh, gets the defender down. Tonight is a night of successful one-die blocks for both of these teams.
Sometimes it's magic, and then sometimes you just keep rolling that red skull. So
it worked out pretty well that she stunned both Malarkey and Blarney, because that means Ocelot Atlas is actually relatively safe. Because otherwise, especially if Malarkey had just been knocked down, Malarkey could have stood up and blitzed Ocelot Atlas pretty hard.
Yeah, this is a pretty clear path to the end zone.
Yeah, I think Jessup is aware of that and is not committing too hard to stopping it. Another stun on a Beastman.
That's probably the most frustrating thing.
Yeah, he's
to be breaking armor all day and just stun.
Yeah, gets a both down here. Let's see if he eats it. Rerolls into attacker down. Okay.
It's alignment. Just take the both down.
Yeah. Or probably more realistically here, don't even throw the block at all. Jump up block. Knocks down poor Rubbish. Now where's his guard piece? Okay, that's baloney here. Oh, Wild Animal. Kind of a greedy blitz there anyway. Probably this better thing to do. Yeah, I was gonna say hit with Lion and then swing your horde around a little.
One downside is that time-wise, I think you might get stuck having to score with Ocelot instead of being able to hand it off to one of those Chaos Warriors.
Yeah, I don't like this attempt to sideline Cage here. It's a relatively big risk. I mean, it's not a huge deal because she has a pretty big advantage in terms of people. This still isn't super clean, but it requires a lot of dice roll on Jessup's part, so it's good enough, I guess.
Yeah, this seems pretty clean.
Oh, okay. I didn't see Bobcat Plinth hadn't moved yet. Yeah, this is fine. I don't know. Anytime you put a ball carrier on the sideline, I get nervous, just because I don't. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah, but with all those guys on the ground, they can't even reach by swinging around Leopard, so they'd have to be dodging past it, dodging past them a few times.
Yeah, assuming we're gonna see a blitz on Lion Ionic here from Malarkey, try to remove this Chaos Warrior. Oh, crazy dodge out with a -1 tackle zone, gets it, and punches down Leopard Corinthian. Oh, the big GFIs. Okay. Well.
That was pretty bold. I did not see that play coming at all.
No.
He didn't even need a reroll for it. That's incredible.
So the one downside here is that Puma Pedestal can just blitz Malarkey. No problem. It's not even a one-die block at that point.
Yeah, Wrestle gets him down, not safe for a block. Any result that isn't 2 red skulls is fantastic there, so.
Yeah.
Then again, no rerolls. The double red might come.
Yep. Standing people up. I mean, the first thing she needs to do is blitz with Puma Pedestal. Like you said, no rerolls means that... Okay. I think she's going to blitz with Ocelot? Yep. I think this was a little bit of a mistake. Forces her to GFI in extra time. I mean, it worked out fine, obviously. Rat Ogre gets back up.
He does.
Alright.
No damage sustained on the Chaos side.
Okay, looks like Jessup got 2 babes, which I think is fine. I think an Apothecary or 2 babes is a pretty safe move for this team, considering armor value is in play here.
With as fresh as a lot of his key pieces are, it's, you know, other than the Stormvermin, and maybe Hui pieces going down isn't that big a deal for needing a second one.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest drawback Jessup has to worry about is not having enough money to replace more gutter runners, basically. So this gives Jessup 1 turn to farm. I think what he should be doing is doing some vanity passing with the gutter runners. Get the gutter runners at least 1 SPP, so if they get an MVP, they can level up right away. I think that's absolutely the main thing. Because it's not like Hui needs more SPP at this point. It's nice, but he's going to throw anyway.
If Hui hits level 4, considering no doubles, which is a bit of a stretch with Jessup, what skill do you think he would most value?
I mean, if it was me, I would lean towards block, just to give this team a little more stability. He could also go kick. Jessup's linemen keep dropping like flies, so he kind of needs them to be up front helping defend the rest of his team, especially with the Lattice of a Rat Ogre. So I could see getting kick on his thrower. Just because if there's one team that can really abuse kick, it's Skaven. Beyond that, Nerves of Steel wouldn't be bad either. Oh, we have a Blizzard too. I didn't notice that before. So those GFIs were extra risky for...
It just changed to the Blizzard.
Okay, just changed? Oh, yeah, it did. Okay.
That was the kickoff event here.
Thought I saw snow earlier. Okay, well, never mind then. So yeah, ball at -2 should run up, chuck the ball at another gutter runner. That's what I would do. Oh, it just gets a stun on that beast, man. That's unfortunate. But I don't know. There's a lot of skills that thrower could take. It's really hard to say because Jessup's team is so beat up. I think block is definitely the safest thing. Although if he gets doubles, guard or strong arm are pretty tempting prospects here.
Do you think he goes for the stomp after the vanity pass?
You know, if it was me, I would do it. Okay, does the throw with Hui after all. I mean, I guess not, actually. But I would have. I mean, you've got a big pile of dudes. Might as well walk somebody up to step on the Chaos Warrior. No big changes, though, obviously. So this should be Jessup's drive here. Let's see what Greydek does for setups here. I'm guessing she'll probably do the same kind of standard Knorr triangle setup that I do.
Yeah, it is. I find it not very useful when I'm playing teams that aren't threatening the edges, but against the Skaven team, it's definitely a very, very handy setup.
Yes, being able to cover your sidelines and try to cut off access, just circling around the LOS, is very good. As we always say, it's better to make your opponent roll the dice.
Right.
Puts her jump up Beastman into 0 SPP went on there. Kind of like that, because if Cheetah gets knocked down, can stand up and hit somebody without having to waste the blitz that she will probably want to use Smiley for.
Jessup's line still. I thought that's what he was going with, and I was gonna say something, but I forgot. He's still gonna reorganize here from that full-on line brawl.
Yeah, from the big on pile up. One thing that we haven't really talked about, because it hasn't really been a factor here, because she's been on offense, is Puma Pedestal here is a huge threat to this team now. Wrestle and strip ball means that ball is coming free, even with red dice, basically. I mean, unless a thrower is carrying the ball to the end zone, which Jessup wants to avoid at this point. Although it would get Hui to level 3, or level 4, so maybe. Maybe he'll just walk the ball in.
It's the strategy I seem to always employ. So
Oh, it changed to very sunny. That's kind of good for Jessup in that he can now GFI a lot more, but he's so much faster than this Chaos team that I don't think he really wants to be doing that.
yeah, and it does impact his passing game quite a bit.
Yes. So at this point, I think he just picks up the ball with Balderdash 2 and starts making a run for the end zone. Maybe an argument could be made for doing a handoff to... Where's his other... Ooh, gets a KO on that piece.
Nice KO there, yeah.
Okay, well, I thought it was to say maybe you could do it to Hogwash Redux, but Hogwash Redux is on the sidelines for this drive, so maybe a bit of a questionable decision at that point. Because that's passing up an easy level 2 on this Gutter Runner.
That is odd where he wouldn't have that one on the field.
Lebercrillian's dodge coming into play here. That's going to be really frustrating for Jessup. Oh, gets the throw with very sunny.
I think we ended up having Sonny in my game too, and he just decided to start chucking the ball as well.
I mean, with accurate,
maybe you're misremembering.
It's not that. Oh, that was a huge mistake. Why? It was a bad pass, I guess. Oh no, it was a bad catch. Yeah, see, if he had thrown to the Dread 13th, that would have been a SPP for Balderdash. I wonder if this is a rules thing where Jessup doesn't quite have the grasp on what's what. I guess it was a handoff there too, but I don't know.
Yeah, he had already done the pass.
Yeah, but even
successful.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what he was going for back there. Easy knockdown on the Rat Ogre.
I think with Jessup's being a merc, he just, I don't know, I would trade those blitzes back and forth all day with those two pieces.
Yeah, it's kind of a question of do you want to use your blitz with something else instead? But yeah. So the biggest problem I'm seeing here is Jessup doesn't have a clear path to getting the ball downfield quickly. I kind of assumed the Dreaded 13th would have swung forward a little bit. I don't know. Maybe Jessup is just trying to farm with passes at this stage, though. Alright, pretty uneventful turn there. Some Rat Ogres hit the dirt, but that's about all that happened. Malarkey not quite hitting as hard as it normally does. Which is probably really frustrating because Malarkey just needs one injury to cross into level 4 territory, which gives him the Claw Mighty Blow combo.
There's been an incredible amount of, or rather lack of, KOs and casualties for as much hits and armors being broken.
Yeah, lots of stuns, KO here and there, but not a whole lot. I mean, it's been pretty even. Very sunny, doing him in. I kind of feel like this is Jessup not adapting to what's on the field. Because, I mean, Jessup had a pretty good chance of winning this game still. Or at least tying this game. But he's kind of just throwing it away at this point.
It seems like a lot of people in the league, if the weather effect isn't a highly visual one, they ignore it. You know, if you can't see the snow or maybe the rain. Like sunny is, and very hot are very tough to see visually in the field.
Yeah.
And maybe that's an issue where people just don't pay attention to the small circle
I can see
at the top of the screen.
Yeah, things are a little more solarized or a little more orange, I guess, for those two. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little suspect. Even then, I'm questioning what those throws get you. Yes, more SPP on Hui is great, but you really want that SPP on your Gutter Runners at this point. Oh, Frenzy and block doing the thing.
Yeah, that's why that piece needs to go.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to make it happen.
Just the KO though. 2 off from getting that sweet injury dice. That's what happens when Mighty Blow has to get used to break armor, but double 1 on the pickup there.
those times when there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. So the problem here is Hui is probably going to go over the side at this point. Yep. That is more than good enough. Stomp, 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 stomp. And I like what Gredic's doing here, screening off the ball. Where is... Oh, Lion Ionic actually is in a pretty good position to score here. If Smiley punches out tomfoolery, then Lion can wander up towards touchdown area, which is exactly what looks like it's going to happen here. Just trying to bury the gutter runner in bodies.
That's the thing about those. It all takes, just a standard dodge out.
Oh, there's an injury on the 2-strength guard piece, which actually is a pretty big deal because guard is what was helping Blarney do some damage in this side here.
Yeah, Jessup's just falling behind in beef here, and that's the Chaos team. They're kind of like the Norse team, but beefier in that they'll just start taking your pieces away, and then you really can't do a whole lot about it.
So I'm interested to see what Greyduck does here. Oh, I thought Jessup was going to go for it. Oh, failed dodge. Oh, failed reroll into a KO. That is very unfortunate. That's a pretty big loss.
They're dropping, and they're dropping, they're dropping.
Yeah, Jessup's now down 4... no, down 3 pieces because Greyduck is a KO there too. Oh, I take it back.
Oh, smashed hip.
Oh, and a -1 MA. That's not apothecaried away. Feeling some frustration here.
Yeah, maybe he's just too worried about Malarkey at this point, getting surrounded and beat up by Smiley that he wants to save the reroll or the apothecary for it.
Yeah, I mean, an 8 MA gutter runner is still relatively useful too, so I can see the argument there. I will say that this kind of, what's happening right now goes back to what we were talking about before. Jessup kind of, oh, that's very unfortunate. It is snowballing these last couple turns here, with now 6 pieces out for Jessup. He's got to play just hide and keep away at this point. But kind of what I was talking about earlier is that Jessup messing around with throwing the ball around is great for SPP farming if it wasn't very sunny, but it really puts him in a position where he can no longer win the game. And yeah, looks... we'll see who moves up here to get the touchdown here. If I was Greyduck, I would... I mean, you could start getting greedy and just tossing back and forth. Do a handoff to Lion, toss to maybe Lynx.
It's a little tough with it being very sunny.
Yeah, but, I mean, she's got 2 rerolls. She's totally got Jessup contained at this point. There's not really a
you could potentially level up Ocelot and Lion Iconic without either of them scoring, and Lynx. She's got 3 characters there within 2 SPT of leveling, so... pretty easy to score it up there.
Double red skulls for Jessup there. Malarkey touches the dirt. Oh, is she just going to do it with Ocelot? That seems... I mean, it would get Ocelot to level 4. But Lion Ionic has got to be the primary target here. This Chaos Warrior still not being level 2 is a huge drag on this team. It's one of the few things that's not going well for Greyduck right now. That's so much pain down for those linemen.
They're just getting bounced back and forth between every one with Mighty Blow.
Yeah. Another KO.
And there's another one.
I mean, Jessup's got a lot of babes, but it's not going to do him a lot of good at this point, because I'm guessing Greyduck's probably just going to camp down by the end zone here and try to farm these 2 pieces. I mean, honestly, this is one of those matches where I would not fault Jessup for just lying down and not getting up. Or at least doing the crazy things like blitz Smiley with Malarkey here.
I mean, this is just me, and maybe it's an unpopular opinion, but if I'm Greyduck, I try to hurt Malarkey We're going to be going into the elimination stages soon, or at least the group stage for knockout rounds. And any piece I can get off the field permanently is something I try to get rid of.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would step all over Malarkey right now.
Yep. All right, let's see what she's doing here. So what I would do is probably do. It's too late to do the throw, which is probably what I would have done before. But do a handoff to Lion Ionic, do a throw to Leopard Corinthian. Gets Lion Ionic up to level 2, and Leopard Corinthian can get a touchdown, get 4 SPP away from hitting level 3 at that point. Oh, there goes the Rat Ogre. Jessup's almost tabled at this point. This is brutal.
It's not a good feeling.
Small niceties that Smiley does not get the hit off on Malarkey here. Alright, well, she's running out of time, so if she's going to do fancy farming things, she should do them sooner rather than later.
Oh, look at this field, Thomas. Blood for the Blood God, indeed.
I know.
Just splatters everywhere.
Oh, what are you doing? Do the handoff. Alright, there we go. Decides not to get fancy with it. I can respect that. Oh, everybody gets up thanks to the babes.
Except the Red Ogre.
Right. Well, he's not part of the team. Oh, God.
He rolled wild animal on his roll to get up.
Right. So, I don't know what Jessup does at this point. If the weather changes, then he can get some more options, but he could try to set up for a 2-turn touchdown, get some SPP here. That wouldn't be too bad. It might be a bit of a trick to get through Grey Duck, but it's not impossible. But it does require the weather to cooperate to do that, so we'll see what happens here. I feel like Jessup has, a lot of us do, but Jessup has a big problem playing from behind, or changing what he's doing when he's playing from behind. Weather does change. Clouds come and cover the sky. So we may have something here. Hogwash can run downfield. We have a pickup by Hui here, or a pickup by the Dread at 13th here to do a throw.
Wow, he sure cleaned the center of that out.
Yeah, so I definitely, I don't think Hogwash should be as far to the side as it is, but Jessup can definitely flood some pieces through the middle here and get Hogwash out of easy reach. Oh, that is unfortunate, though.
It is tough to even think of the 2-turn touchdown against this team because Puma Pedestal can reach most of the field and has horns, so the chance of not getting hit with that blitz are pretty low.
Yeah, he had the moves to move Bunk and Rubbish down to mark that off a little bit, but yeah. Part of this is I don't think Hogwash Redux should have been that far off to the side, so it could have taken advantage of a cleared middle field there and moved up farther, but there's only so much you can do, I suppose. And even then, it's all kind of for naught since Hui failed its primary mission. At this point, though, Jessup is basically out of a touchdown range. It's pretty impossible to be his turn 16 at this point. So kind of a question of who do you want to do your vanity pass with at that stage.
Smiley decides to just take another lineman back out.
Just KO though.
Why not? Why wouldn't it just KO everything in sight?
Yeah, one off of this is the case where Mighty Blow being used in the armor value is kind of sad because stops it from becoming an injury there, which we're all pretty happy about. But had so many KOs this game, it's kind of insane. That's gotta be so frustrating for Jessup though. He's just super close to doing damage and is failing to do so.
Yeah, there's not much else to be said here. He's probably just going to take a turn of licks and kind of have to hope to go on and hope none of his good pieces eat it too hard.
Yeah, although I'm surprised he didn't move up for that. But this has got to be one of those times, too, where he's kicking himself for not using his Apothecary on Balderdash 3. Just deciding, Maybe the skull will come, and then having it not come is always pretty frustrating. Eats an attacker down again. Jessup's dice have not been very kind to him tonight.
Well, if anyone could fear the skull, it's probably Jessup with how many gutter runners he's lost.
that is very true.
Oh, you didn't get a blitz on another one here? Is there going to be a Bobcat blitz on
with,
this gutter runner?
with the mighty blow piece, too. Oh.
Insult to injury? Just a stun.
Yeah, barely. God, that's terrifying.
You're never safe against this KS team. It's utterly terrifying.
Yeah, I mean they're really slow. That's like the one thing everybody has going for it. But everybody's not that much faster than them. Like I'm not that much faster than this team. Chris is not that much faster than this team. I mean, yeah, and that's the game.
Yeah.
A tale of stuns and KOs, I guess, but I don't know. A really good game for Grey Duck, honestly. There was a couple of sloppy plays, but nothing too bad, honestly. MVP goes to the minus MA lineman. That's gotta suck for Jessup. And Leopard Corinthian gets the MVP for Grey Duck here. So this is where we're like farming a little bit more, and those last couple turns might have been better for her, but I can see not pushing the greed with the sun being out. 7 KOs for Grey Duck, 10 KOs sustained for Jessup. It's an absolutely horrific amount of people being removed.
It's hard to play against that. It really is.
10 KOs and 2 casualties means his entire team spent at least a portion of the game out of the ring. Just an insane concept. Yeah, not a great game for Jessup. 8 SPP total is way less than he needs. Grey Duck walks away with a staggering 15. Ugh, what a messy game. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you later.